All right, question is, are we going to flush it out here at the end of the day coming into the close? Got a short position on here that I'm watching here. Going to be taking it off, kind of trying as a day trade. Started getting short on this flush coming down. Let's see where we're at. We're doing very, very well so far, up $430 on this with these options. But just kind of not sure what's going to happen here going into the end of the day. We opened up lower, got this kind of a crazy 30 handle rally off the bottom. And now we're kind of sitting here back almost to the open. How close are we off the open? We just tagged the open, giving us that big doji. I just wonder if we're going to get this flush here at the end of the day, or if they're going to give us one of those end of the day jam sessions back to the upside. It's definitely an important level right here. This level right here on the spiders, 358.88. You see my little note right here. I'm watching this really, really close coming into the close here today. This was our previous all-time high. And we kind of dipped below it today, and then in came the bulls, and they just bought that son of a gun right up the rest of the day. So kind of watching the internals here, watching this trade, monitoring this trade, which is so far is doing very well. I'm just kind of on the fence, watching the end of this day, watching how this trade is going to happen coming into the close. We got all kinds of bad news, or should be bad news for the economy, but I guess maybe, we had a lockdown before, so we know what to do with lockdowns. You lock people down, you close everything up, and you give everybody a ton of money to stay home, throw some money at businesses, and when we get through it and the market goes up, 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 and away. Not sure if that's happening right now or not. So if you guys got something you want me to look at, I am going to be monitoring this pretty closely here. But if anybody out there, sell! Matt wants me to sell it! Sell it, Matt! Come on, man, I got a good trade. I'm up good. I'm up 370. 370 bucks is now going down. It's going to be a day trade. Oh, sell, 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 he says. I don't know, Matt. We might get that flush, man. We might get that toilet flush down into the end of the day. I'm watching that line, though. That line is very important to me. Because if we go out a little bit more here, mind all my lines. If you look at this daily, if we get a close back below this previous all-time high, we have a nice consolidation, we have a box, we have a breakout, and then if we start coming back down, that could be failed breakout. Failed breakout, maybe. I don't know. They came down, they tagged the open. Matt may be right here. They came down, tagged the open. Now they're wanting to go back up. What do we do? We sell. We probably cover some of our position here. I'm not sure if there's enough news out right now for them to totally flush this right down the toilet. I mean, we got a bounce right here, right where we should have.
1.5 positive, nicey breath, 1.0.
Let's see what else. Let's look at the ticks and the other stuff here. Man, we lost value area low too. Yeah, I'm already short the market. Take profits and wait. Maybe. It's a day trade. I'm just trying to get this flush because it just, it almost looks like a buy program or something that was going on here. You think it's coming down? Feels like it. This is an important close. I've got some overall longer-term short positions on the overall market going. And they've been wrong. They have been so wrong. Vaccine news, and it goes up, goes up, goes up. But not convinced yet. They're long-term play. It's a long-term play. This one's a day trade, and we're doing okay. But these bulls make me nervous when I'm trying to be bearish. Not joking. I was trying to get the short today. But man, after seeing what they did yesterday on that rally, it's not a comfortable position to be in for sure. No, man, I'm not following any of the Vax news. You just knew it was coming out. So, we got my overall strategy on the Vax news before it ever came out and before they even got into any of these trials. My assumption was going to be whenever they start actually getting a vaccine, that it's probably going to be a great short on the market. Because at some point or another, we have to start understanding what we have done to our economy. And this federal buy everything up, the federal backstop, as well as the stimulus, buying the junk bonds, that's gotta end eventually. Eventually, there won't be a virus anymore, and we're going to have to pay the piper, so to speak, on that. I mean, think about, it doesn't take much in consumer demand to totally wipe out the economy. If people stop going out to eat or stop traveling by even 10 or 15%, we're in a lot of trouble. So my overall thought before any of this was wait till the vaccine news comes out, and then that'll start the position to start shorting the market. But I don't really think that's the case right now, because we still have one more big catalyst, which is going to happen. Is eventually they're going to come together and they're going to get another stimulus together. Because there is no way that Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are going to let this crisis go to waste. She has her foot in her mouth a little bit. Because she had a chance to go ahead and take some kind of deal with some of the pet projects that they're looking for. And now, even if you get Biden in office, they're not going to have a supermajority. Even if they do get a majority in the Senate, they're not going to have a supermajority. So they're not going to have the 60 votes. And as of right now, the filibuster is still in place. So there's still going to be some gridlock, right? And if the virus abates and we have a vaccine and we don't have second lockdowns and we don't have second shutdowns, then there's not going to be a lot of push for an extra stimulus. And I think that's going to happen. But the market didn't really go up as much as I thought it would on this vaccine news, mainly because we had that 10% rally when Biden was apparently, kind of seen as the president-elect. And so we got a little bit of a pop, we got that 600, 800 point, but then we flopped right back down. Moderna comes out with some more good news and, kind of goes up a little bit more, but 30 points isn't really anything. So, I think there's going to be a rotation here in the market somewhere, but at some point, this is the problem with trading. Sometimes your brain and your logic gets in trouble. And you start trying to have logical thoughts like, we're closing down our economy again. We could potentially have a contested election. And now we get things like, there's rockets hitting Baghdad again today. So we will see. Now we're kind of getting a flag going. This is a bearish flag pattern setting up here. I'm watching this on a 5-minute chart. Obviously, with this being a day trade, I'm up against the clock here too. It's a profitable trade at this point. So I'm probably going to take some out. But let's take a look at the box. We are hitting a box. Bearish flag pattern after this down move. So can I get one more flush? How are we doing on the trade? Should be looking at the P&L. $430. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Interesting close for sure. With my other bearish positions, I do want to see a close today. Man, it would be a huge victory if we close. For me, it's not a victory for everybody. I guess there's bulls out there too, but I've got a short position on, so we close below this previous all-time high. So they're gonna break out of the box to the upside. They're gonna break it up to the upside. Let's see. Ticks are coming up. Breadth is coming up. AD lines are coming up. How many of these things do we have? 20. No, I'm not going to let it play. Take my profit, take a winner, take it off the board. Sold, 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 sold. It was a good trade. Wasn't a great trade. It's $300. So it's a good trade. There's just so much bullishness in this market. So much bullishness. I'll turn on the heat. I think maybe all that money that was on the sidelines is coming back in. That may be what we have going on. Yeah, they're not gonna let this daily close happen below there. 20 minutes. Unless it's a flush. I mean, I might have drawn that box a little too short. Not gonna worry about it, because in the event they do flush it again, I've got my long-term short. It'll still be good for my overall position, my overall portfolio here. What do we got going? Oh, what's the Senate doing? Awesome. The Senate has blocked Shelton nomination to the Federal Reserve Board. It's back in the box, Matt. Back in the box. Might got a little aggressive on drawing my box there on this flag pattern. We might get back down there. Didn't get back into value area at all. They're coming back in. Let's check on NEO. What is NEO doing? Wow. Look at this move. Everybody in the Patreon group, this is why you take your profit when you got it. We covered today our bullish spread. Right in here. Now look at it. Now look at it. How comfortable would you be right now holding NEO into earnings with a drop like that? I'm telling you, those binary events, make it or break it. I'm going to be sitting on the sideline. Check out our SPY. Check out the Big Daddy. Now, the question is going to be, we got Tesla going into the S&P 500 here. And they honestly put out a little survey thing, I guess. They have no idea how exactly to do it. They're talking about, because, normally when you get companies added to the S&P 500, they're not as big as Tesla. Tesla's going to go in as probably the top 10. It's going to be in the top 10 as far as market cap when it gets added. So now they don't know whether they should add part of Tesla, add it like half one day, then wait 3 or 4 days, add a half, do it a third and third, or just do it all at once. Because now you've got all of these indexers, which by their mandate, they're non-discretionary funds, right? They don't have a discretion on what is inside their fund. If we break this, maybe right there, Matt. We're back in the consolidation. If we break the low of this candle here, that's not the final destination. Should have held a little bit. That's all right. Money's money. Nobody ever went broke taking profit. That's what I like to say. We get this flush. This is going to be your target for the day. There will be an epic battle, bull and bear battle, coming here into the end of the day. If we break down, it's 358.8, 359. This close, do not ever underestimate the value of a close on the overall market. It's important. It's significant. None of this happens by accident. None of it happens by circumstance. They might just peg it. They, them, the market. I don't know who they is. So now we've got a little interesting thing that just happened here. We've got a second tail candle, but it didn't actually even double bottom. Buyers came in before we even got that double bottom. So they're starting the battle now. Starting the battle. Not really sure. That's bullish. I think that may be it. That might have been the fake out. Playing games in that 3 to 4 point range there. Yep, happy I took it off. Regardless of what happens the rest of the day, glad I took over this intraday short. We got about 60% of this move. So that's not bad. I got 60% of that move. But look at these little tweezer bottoms, and this is a little bit bullish. Didn't quite get there. Little nuances. Got 15 minutes before the close. So what do you guys think? NIO up after earnings, or is NIO going to be down? Man, they're selling gold too. Look at that. Good gracious. Yeah, they're fighting. I mean, they're trying to put up this fake fight like the Open today, Matt. They're trying to put up this fight like the Open of the day, and this round number of 360 is important. But I don't think that's. They got this little battleground going here, but I don't really think that's not what they're really going to be fighting over. The real fight's going to be the close and whether they can push it below there or not. Whether they can push it below that previous all-time high. And they're just trying to give themselves some space. The end of the day liquidity in the market, as we saw yesterday, has been atrocious. And you can see a huge move, 10, 15, 20 points, as we did yesterday in the last minute or two. Pretty much just an inside day. Filled the gap back inside. I'm a little biased because obviously I've got this bearish position, but there's not a whole lot of bearishness on the chart. There really isn't. We're just kind of working our way up, filling back in this big breakdown candle. Get below 355 and below 350, different story, but so far no go. Bulls and Bears fighting it. Here they come. Bears are going to make their move here last 10 minutes. Right back in the box. Right back in our box. Maybe this bullish flag pattern is going to play out. Might regret not holding. Yep, here they come. Gonna regret not holding probably, but whatever. I still got it. They broke it. Now they look at that. Bulls pushing it right back up. Bulls are strong. They're not going to go easy on this one. Ten minutes left. Dun dun dun. Nice hold by Palantir today. Nice hold. This is a good trade, good position. 12%. Look at this thing. Nothing bearish about that chart, that's for sure. They're right back at it. Right back at it. It's a look below and fail. Back in the box and back through the box. Bullish, man. It's bullish. Unless we get a toilet flush at the end of the day, it's just going to be a balancing day, and I'm gonna have to say this is definitely a win for the Bulls today. Depending on how the next 8 minutes go, you got your gap fill. You kind of retested the former breakout area, and they just ripped it back higher. Bears are trying here, trying to make this push. You get a look below, a fail in the box. Now you're back through the box. It's bullish. Wonder if they're going to have an end of the day jam session, just like they did yesterday, and close this all the way back up at the highs of the day. Good deal taking profit on the short. That ended up being good. Man, look at them run this thing up. Running it up, running it up. It's 10 points in the last 5 minutes. Benzinga says 1.5 billion to the sell side market on close. And the market goes straight up. It doesn't matter. It's definitely a bid under this market, but for how long is going to be the question. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Try to go live every day. Check out our weekly trade video. Great trade this week on NEO. 40%, 45% in 2 days, and we don't even have to wait out this earnings. Yeah, they're running it right back up into value area. Looks like no real new information is going to be gleaned from today coming into the close. 3 minutes left. Yeah, let's take a look at NEO. I mean, you check out our weekly video. You know, I don't really like to follow the MACD too much. I kind of look at it, but try to get a good sense. But this flush, I mean, with some volume, I don't know, man. I'm happy to be out with a good, successful trade. I've made a lot of money on NEO coming up. happy to get back into it, but look at that, man. If you didn't know any better, this could be a shoulder, a head, it could be forming shoulder, neckline around 40. What do you think, Gumby? Up or down for NIO on the earnings? A lot of people want to get into NIO. A lot of people rotated out of their Tesla, thought it was dead money. Got to get in NIO, get some action. Yeah? Gumby thinks there's some info coming out. Good news? Good news info? Yeah, maybe. The problem is with, I like to trade options a lot. And the problem with NIO, they have those options so juiced up. Yeah. I like to have a 3-day rule, Gumby. 2 days not bad. If there's going to be a big move, I'm going to give it 3 days. Here's my 3-day rule and kind of see how it shakes out. There'll be plenty of opportunities to buy in the NIO if it's going to keep going. If NIO's anything like they're saying it could be, it could be a big one. But I know you can't do it on everything, but I'm also in BYD. That's actually, they sell more cars, electric cars in China than NIO as well. And of course, you got Warren Buffett involved in that one. So never go against the Buffett. Maybe that's why he sold all those airline stocks to get into some of this electric vehicle. Yeah, they are going to leave everybody guessing on where this next big move is going to be. Not going to get the information today. Not really going to get a flush, it doesn't look like, with the last 20 seconds coming in. Inside day, pretty much going to close inside yesterday's range, minus some kind of flush here at the end of the day. And they're not going to give me that false breakout, so I might have to start covering some more of my shorts, but we're going to give them a little bit of time and see. There they go, closed it out, 360. Happy to get out of the short, so entered daily day trade short right up in here. Covered right about here, so never going to get 100% of the move, but I did get a good portion of it. Another win. Now Illinois is closing things down. When is anybody going to care about the news? Who knows? All right, good luck to everybody who's still holding a NIO earnings trade. I'm eating popcorn, enjoying the profits, and we'll sit back and wait for the next entry. Hey, Gumby, glad you're trying to leave options. Hey, send me a DM, man. I'll send you some information. That's kind of why I started this channel. Want to show some people options. Go ahead and check out the last 2 weeks. I've been doing a weekly options trade with no more than $100 at risk. Mainly to show the in and outs of how to do an options trade and how and when to take profits and all the things you have to learn, because it's a totally different animal trading options than stocks. Yes, you have to understand stocks and stock movement, but it is a totally different animal. So check out those other 2 videos. They're free. They're on the channel here. And, hopefully we'll start this journey together. Any questions at all, shoot me a DM or anything. I'd be happy to send it. And even if it's not one of my videos, send you in the right direction, help you out. All right, that's the end. I'm going to sit back, relax, do some more work. So hope you guys enjoyed your day. Hope you made a little bit of money today. Hope you learned something. Till next time, guys. We'll see you.